and a 5, and a 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1. It's showtime. Welcome back. I'm gonna keep playing Morrowind. Feel the itch in my bones. I wanna uncover the mysteries, all the secrets. But yeah, welcome to a new episode, session. Not sure. I feel like they're long for episodes, but a new stream. The march through Morrowind, as I like to call it. And we'll continue the grand adventures of Starborn Lucian. He continues on his quest for ultimate knowledge, enlightenment, and esoterica. We'll see where it all leads us. Hopefully, praying for no more crashes. I was last session. I have a bit of technical issues. I might have to, if it keeps happening, I'll try to work it out. But hey, it's an old game. I don't blame it. And there wasn't that many technical issues, but there was some. Just gonna test my audio here real quick, as I usually do. Hopefully, I won't forget to switch over my mic if this one dies. I think it sounds pretty good. La da da, ya da da, ya da da, ya da da, ya bum bum. Glorious theme fills me with a sense of adventure. Magnificence. The history. There's so much history in this land. Okay. Sweet. So I left off. I was at Ghost Gate. I was prepared to make the pilgrimage. What's the Ghost Gate pilgrimage called? The Ghost Fence, the Shrine of Pride. It's the lasting symbol of the indomitable will and power of Alm City. Yeah, I have to cross the breach, the wastes of the Red Mountain, to the sphere of Dagother to make this pilgrimage. But even the most timid pilgrim should be safe. I feel like I'm not the most timid pilgrim. Like I'll get scrappy, you know. In Red Mountain, I'm timid, but I think I can do it if some average pilgrim who can't even fight can make it. Cool. Maybe that's interesting. This must be the
May I help you?
temple music? I'm not entirely sure. I think so. It just seems like a temple building. It's run by the ordinators and the buoyant armigers of Vivek, the tribunal, so that would make sense. Ooh, I kind of need to. I get the feeling if I try to sleep here, though, they're gonna be mad. Oh no, they're not. Look at that. Awesome. I'm parched, though. Getting a little low on Scuttle. Yeah, and I was gonna read this book about the rear guard by Tenace Tenace Moral. I feel like I'm probably butchering like 66% of the pronunciations in this game, but you know what? It's my own head pronunciations. It's an isolated playthrough. I don't care what the universe
May
says
I
it
help
is.
you?
It's my pronunciation. No, I would actually be interested to learn the proper pronunciations. The castle would hold. No matter the forces, the walls of Cascabel Hall would never fail. But that was small consolation for Menegar. He was hungry. In fact, he had never been so hungry. The well in the atrium of the fortress supplied him with enough water to hold there until the Fourth Era. It's a long time. We haven't even gotten there yet. But his stomach reminded Menegar minute to minute that he needed food. The wagonload of supplies mocked him when his army, the forces of the King of Solitude. So is Cascabel Hall in Skyrim then? I don't remember that being a location, but I guess we'll figure this out. Maybe not. Maybe they're just Nords who've invaded a Nord army that invaded another province, but we'll see. So when they left Cascabel Hall, his army, the forces of King of Solitude, had left Cascabel Hall, and he had manned the battlements as the rear guard to protect their retreat. They had left a wagon behind to supply him with enough food for months, so his army's gone. It was not until the night after they left that he inspected the larder and found that nothing edible was in the wagon. Trunk after trunk was filled with Netch armor from the army's incursion into Morrowind. So they did invade Morrowind, okay. I wonder where they are now, though. I wonder if this was part of the army. Maybe, well, I'm not sure. Probably not, actually. But I wonder if this is part of the army that was with Izmir and the Red Mountain, but I don't think it is. This seems too late if they're talking about the Fourth Era. Like, it's probably a Third Era invasion. Apparently, it's Nord Confederates. Interesting. I haven't heard that term referenced among Nords. They call each other Confederates. Had assumed that the lightly opaque material was hard tack and aspic. So they give him Netch armor and they think it's meat? That's stupid. What does aspic mean? Savory jelly made with meat stock. Oh, it's like a jelly with meat inside. That sounds gross. Lightly opaque material. If the Dunmer whose caravan had been raided knew about this, they would never be able to stop laughing. Yeah. Menegar thought that his fellow mercenary and kinswoman, Erin, would have found this amusing as well. She had spoken with great authority about Netch leather, being an expert of sorts on light armor. That's this book, I think, boosted my light armor. But she had made a point to mention that it could not be eaten like other leather in occasions of hardship. Right, yeah, you can eat leather. That's crazy. I forget about that. Even in real life, you can technically eat leather. That'll give you calories. It was a pity she couldn't be there to enjoy the irony, Menegar thought savagely. She had returned to Morrowind even before the king's army had left, preferring a life as a wanted fugitive to a free existence in the cold of Skyrim. All the weeds in the courtyard had been devoured by the rearguard's 16th day manning Cascabel Hall. The entire castle had been scoured, rotten tubers in the mulch pile found and consumed, a dusty bouquet in the countess' bedchamber eaten. Damn, eaten flowers. That is some serious desperation. Yikes. Tuber. So a tuber is like something like a potato or yams or something like that. I like this part of the music too, where it has these kind of electronic chanting, almost vocals. It's very neat. I think it fits the tone of Morrowind really well. Almost every rat and insect, but the most cunning infestation in the castle walls had been tracked down and gobbled up. Oh, I see. Almost every rat and insect but the most cunning, infesting the castle walls had been tracked and gobbled up. The Castellan's chamber, the lord of the castle, filled with acrid, inedible law books, had yielded up a couple crumbs of bread. Acrid? What does that mean again? Sorry, I'm looking up so many words. I don't know. I think it's fun to just know what words mean. Acrid. It's like it's really smelly. Or bitter. Like fumes, unpleasant fumes. Mediger had even scraped moss from the stones. There was no denying it. He would be dead from starvation before his army returned to break the ranks of the enemies who surrounded the fortress. Damn. Starvation is super awful. This one seems like one of the worst ways to die. The worst part. The worst part, said Menneger, who had taken to talking himself on only the second day alone in the castle, is how close sustenance is. A vast arbor of golden apples stretched acre after acre near the castle walls. The sunlight cast a seductive gleam on the fruit, and the cruel wind carried sweet smells into Cascable to torture him. He's like Tantalus. He's starving, and there's um Tantalus is this like Greek mythical figure who's cursed in the afterlife to always be hungry, and there's a tree above him with like fruit, but it's just out of reach. So he has to suffer being so close to what he wants. I forgot why he was put in that he was had that punishment, Tantalus, but I think he was maybe just a super greedy person or something. Like most Bosmer. So he's a what else? From Skyrim, I guess. Wait a minute, yeah. Yeah. Like most Bosmer, Menneger was an archer. He was a master of long and maybe it was an archery book actually then. He was a master of long and medium distance fighting, but in close quarters, as he would be if he dared to leave the castle and enter the enemy camp in the arbor, he knew he would not last long. At some point, he knew he would have to try, but he had been dreading the day. It was upon him now. Menneger put on the Natch armor for the first time. No, it's light armor, totally. Seems like the armor is the main part of the story. Feeling the powdery, almost velvet texture of the rendered leather against his skin. There was also a barely perceptible throb, which he recognized as the remnant nematocysts. Nematocysts. Is that a real word or made up word? After playing Caves of Cud, honestly, I got into looking up words from playing this game, Caves of Cud, which just like, the writing in this game is incredible, but half the words are completely nonsensical, and I have no idea if it's just a really insane, specific, or like technical English word, or if it's or like a real word. There are often not English words in that game, or if it's just a made up word. But if you're ever interested in a game with like that has really interesting writing that it feels like an experiment in linguistics, go play Caves of God. Nematocysts are microscopic explosive capsules in nidarians, like jellyfish corals and anemones, that function as stinging, ensnaring, or adhesive structures for prey and defense. Huh. So it's like this, it's like a little limb that extends out of the niche. Yeah, it's poisonous stinger sort of thing. So in the netula, there's a barely perceptible throb, which you recognize as the remnant nematocyst. So this leather, this netch leather, still has some energy in it, almost living force. That's kind of wild. The netch's venomous flesh still tingling months after its death with domesticated poison. The combination made him feel energized. Aaron had described the sensation perfectly, just as she had explained how to defend himself while wearing netch leather armor. Under cover of night, Menneger crept out of the back gate of the castle, locking it behind him with a rather cumbersome key. He made for the arbor as quietly as he could, but a passing sentry, coming from behind a tree, saw him. Remaining calm, Menneger did as he remembered Aaron had instructed, only moving after the attack had been launched. The sentry's blade glided against the armor and knocked to the left, throwing the young man off balance. That was the trick, as he understood it. You had to be prepared to be hit and merely move with the blow. Be water, be water. I took a judo class when I was like 10, and that's what they told me. They said, be water, redirect the opponent's energy. That's what he's doing right here. Hell yeah. Allowing the membranous armor to divert the injury away. Yeah, use your enemy momentum against him, as Aaron used to say. There were several more close encounters in the arbor, but each swing of an axe and each thrust of a sword found purchase elsewhere. With handfuls of apples, Menninger ran the gauntlet back to the castle. He locked the back gate door behind him and fell into an orgy of eating. Yeah, man. If I was in your position, I would also partake in an orgy of eating. For week after week, the Bosmer stole out to gather his food. The guards began anticipating his raids, but he kept his schedule irregular and always remembered when attacked to wait for the blow, accept it, and then turn. That's nuts. He survived this way. In such a way, he lived and survived his lonely vigil in Cascable Hall. Is he the only one in here? I thought he said there was a rear guard with him. He had manned the battlements as the rear guard. He is the rear guard, I guess. I bet the rear guard 16th day. I think it's just him. I mean, it says his lonely vigil, didn't it? Um, he lived and survived his lonely vigil. Yeah, I think it's just him in Cascable Hall. 4 months later, as he was preparing for another seizure of apples, he did this for 4 months. That's crazy. Menninger heard a loud clamor at the front gate. Surveying the group from a safe distance on the battlements, he saw the shields of the King of Solitude, his ally, the Count of Cascable, and their enemy, the King of Faerun. I don't know where that is. Evidently, a truce had been called. Menninger opened the gates, and the combined armies flooded the courtyard. Many of the knights of Faerun sought to shake the hand of the man they had named the Shadow of Arbor. Yeah, after doing that for 4 months, you would become a legend. Expressing their admiration of his defensive skills and apologizing good-naturedly for their attempts to slay him. Only doing their job, you know. There's hardly an apple left on the vines, said the King of Solitude. Well, I started on the edges and worked my way back in, explained Menninger. I brought back extra fruit to tempt the rats out of the walls so I could have a little meat as well. We've spent the last several months working out the details of the truce, said the king. Really quite exhausting. At any rate, the Count will be taking back possession of his castle now, but there is a small detail we need to work out. You're a mercenary, and as such responsible for your own expenses. If you had been a subject of mine, things might be different, but there are certain old rules of law that must be respected. Menninger anticipated the strike. The problem is, the king continued, you've taken a good deal of the Count's crops while here. By any reasonable computation, you've eaten an amount equal to and likely exceeding your mercenary's wages. But he's a hero. He saved your army, and but okay, let me continue here. But this is dumb. This guy should be given a mountain of gold, bro. He's a hero. Obviously, I would not want to penalize you for that excellent job you've done defending the castle in uncomfortable circumstances. But you agree that it's important that we observe the old rules of law, don't you? Fuck no. Of course, replied Menninger, accepting the blow. I'm delighted to hear that, said the king. Our estimation is that you owe Count of Castable 37 imperial gold, which I will gladly pay to myself with interest after the autumn-tide harvest, said Menninger. There is more left on the vine than you suggest. The kings of Solitude in Faerun and the Count of Cascable stared at the Bosmer. We agreed to abide to the strictest old rules of law, And I've had time to read a great many books over the time you were making your truce. Yeah, right, because he had that whole library of acrid, dusty books. In the third era, 246, during the reign of Uriel IV, the Imperial Council, in an attempt to clear up some questions of property rights in Skyrim during those chaotic days, decreed that any man without a liege who occupied a castle for more than 3 months would be granted the rights and titles of that estate. It's a good law, of course, meant to discourage absent and foreign landlords. Menninger smiled, feeling the now familiar sensation of a glancing strike diverting. Oh, he's doing redirecting. He's using the light armor principle in speech. That's epic. That's why I like with these books. They're always like clever like that. That's cool. By the rule of law, I am the Count of Cascabel. The rearguard's son still holds the title of Count of Cascabel, and he grows the finest, most delectable apples in the Empire. Hell yeah. I like that one. That was a good little story. What a badass. Hello, Ordinator. They wear the Indoril masks. They're intimidating, those masks. I see why they gave them to the Ordinators, the kind of enforcers of the religion.
Yes, Outlander.
I've read the Wolf Green book too, right? Oh yeah, this is, I think I talked about it before, it's where she frames the King of Solitude's son.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Claiming that or basically like tricking the King of Solitude into thinking that his son is a bastard so that her son with him will become the new lord. Red Petted Veteran preserves the ancient martial traditions of our ancestors. Cool. Wait, you have spells. Spells fortifies. Ooh, that seems decent. Fortify some skills. I like that. Restore. Barter. Mr. Barter. Make some deals. Yes. I'll make some deals with you.
Citizen.
Yes, Outlander.
And where am I again? I think I'm on the... Yeah, okay, I'm in the bottom floor of the Tower of Dawn. That's correct.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
I've been in here. Just had to kind of collect my bearings here for a moment. Tower of Dawn Vault Key. Oh, damn, look at that. Lock level 100.
Go on about your
Oh, wait. I kind of want to try. I just want to try. I don't know if I'll be able to do this, but I do have a pretty good... What's it called? Amulet of Shadows. Yeah, Chameleon 80%. That feels decent, honestly. I'm just thinking if I can sneak past this Ordinator, maybe I can steal the ring, unlock the door.
What words do you have for me, citizen?
Wait. Well, never mind, because I can't get past it. Okay, well, let me recast it. What? Okay. Let me try it. Okay. Oh. Easy. Let's see, what could be in here? What goodies? Ebony shield? Yo. Ah! Oh no. Damn, I got greedy. Damn, there's ebony armor though. I want that. I mean, yeah, whatever. No, I found it. I'm taking it. I know I've been a little, admittedly, sometimes I'm kind of like, I don't want to break the progression of the game. So, for instance, I don't want to sell the armor that those 6 South assassins drop because it's so expensive, and I've just read that that kind of breaks the economy. And it feels like I would look at that, and it seems to me like it breaks the economy. I feel like I'm not that far in the game, and ebony armor is pretty good, but hey, it's just the right pauldron, right? Like, no, it's both. Damn. Damn, that shit's expensive. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna try opening this. Nope, okay. I don't know how that works. I bet I just have to level up my sneak, in all honesty. I'm gonna say since I failed that, I'm not gonna do it though. I will keep the ebony armor though. Like, holy hell. Damn, I bet that shield's good. I mean, it's worth $25,000. What the hell? Okay. 50 gold? Sure. I mean, if it's just like 50 gold. Yeah, okay.
That is quite enough.
No, but they didn't like that. Oh well. Okay. I don't get that one. I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna take the shield. I guess I could sell it, but who even has $25,000, you know? I think I'm gonna say the ebony pauldrons are enough. That's a great, excellent reward. I'm happy with that.
By the three.
Just gonna sneak out of here. Doop-a-doo. You see nothing. Nothing at all. Damn, look at that heavy armor rating, 112. What is that compared with? Oh, 29? Okay, well, it's out of... Damn, that's way better. I was gonna say at first that it's out of, like, durability, but still, even compared to the dwarven armor, like the main armor set is only 37 compared to 112. Ah, damn. Is this overpowered? Well, too bad. I found it.
Go ahead,
Hell
Outlander. What do
yeah.
you need?
Probably looks cool too. I need a glove. I don't have a... I need a gauntlet. Nah, I'm happy with it. It's cool. It's cool. It's badass. Feel kind of lucky, but hey, you know. Oh well. That's how it goes.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
And in all honesty, man, some of those mages were fucking me up, dude. Like, I need more defense. Like, those mages would annihilate my health bar. Completely annihilate me.
Move along.
Go ahead,
Hello,
Outlander.
Teo
What do you need?
Savani. What's up with you? Got a bunch of potions? Cool. The Book of Dawn and Dusk, of course. That's a fat one. Look at that. Pilgrim. I didn't realize how big the Pilgrim Path was. Sermon 18. I don't think I've read Sermon 18. Sermon 21. I've read Sermon 21. I might briefly reread the Arcturian Heresy. That's a really interesting one. Sermon 13. Yeah, okay. Surrounded with triangle, beyond the triangle house. This one's really interesting. Describes like the shape of the metaphysical concept of this religion. Rotate the triangle, you pierce the heart of the beginning place. The fellow lie, the test of the earth. I wonder if the heart of Lorcan, the beginning place, is also Lorcan, maybe? Lorcan is everything. Lorcan's shore, I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Whatever, I'm going to study these as time goes on. I'm not going to make any official statements yet. When the gods of Veloth would retreat into their own to mold the cosmos and other matters, I wonder if the gods of Veloth are simply Omsivi, the three. They're leaving Veloth, or they're leaving the Hortator, and he's confused. But Vivek comes back there to help him out. The magical cross is an integration of the worth of mortals at the expense of their spirits. I mean, I've talked about this before, but this to me makes sense as like the way that the Dunmer seems to use the spirits of mortals. The ancestor spirits are used as protection or to make a gate, to make the ghost gate. So it doesn't really seem like often these spirits get to really rest. They're often used to protect places or this or that. So I don't know what the triangle is, the triune house. So the triune house is the triangle of the three surrounding a cross, which is the mortals and spirits. And then there's four corners to it, which are the kind of the darker aspects of just, this religion. Like these are obviously against the triune, but they're part of it simply because these are part of reality in a sense, Like since Miriam's Dagon is the lord of disasters, earthquakes, eruptions, those are part of reality. So they're part of this religion. Can't ignore it. And then so it's a triangle. So if you rotate it, which is the symbol of the, so here at this point it's just a triangle in like a box of four corners, and then I imagine with the cross in the middle. But now we're rotating the triangle, which is the Morrowind symbol. That's the symbol of the tribunal religion. Is an upside down, or yeah, I'd say an upside down triangle. So you're rotating it, you're piercing the heart of the being, place the foul lie. Which all this. Above them all is the horizon where only one stands, though no one stands there yet. And this is where I also think, where no one stands there yet. I feel like this religion, at least in these, especially in the sermons, they often talk a lot about the potential. Like it's sort of a guide for this thing to happen. Um, Maybe even the Nerevar. I'm not entirely sure about that, but since the Nerevar is here, the Hortator is the Nerevar. I don't know, but it talks a lot about like this potential. Like this religion hasn't achieved its fullest growth. It's kind of in the background still. It's another sermon had an analogy where it compared the tribunal to a rose in a world where roses were seen as weeds, and instead the people cultivated weeds in their gardens. So they just grow a bunch of weeds, and then they were like, oh, get rid of the roses, we don't want them. But he's saying that no, we need to bring back the roses. The roses are the beautiful way, the right way. But we're not really there. We're not fully integrated again. We got to cut the weeds and do all this stuff and go through all these rituals, and then the promise of the wise. It will be the horizon where no one stands yet, but you will at some point. You follow this guide, kind of unfold the whole thing, and what you have is a star. Are we playing origami? Should I take paper and try to fold this thing together and unfold it and see if it makes a star? That might be kind of crazy. Maybe not. Which is not my domain, but not entirely outside of my judgment. Because apparently, if Vivek is one of the gods of Veloth, he's still molding the cosmos. He's still molding the stars. I also think the stars as being Aedra, or involved with the Aedra and Daedra. The grand design takes flight. It is the grand design. I kind of feel like Sotha in his Clockwork City has a giant machine that works on the grand design. But that's kind of just some spitballing, I don't know, in my head. Like the event synthesizer. He's the prime mover, creating the grand design, takes flight, is transformed not only to a star, but into a hornet. The center cannot hold. It becomes devoid of lines and points. It becomes devoid of anything. And so it becomes a receptacle. This is its usefulness. This is its promise. The sword is the cross. The sword is a collage of symbols. The sword is the cross, and Almsivi is the triune house around it. Yeah. So the sword is something, the integration of the worth of mortals at the expense of their spirits. The magical cross. The sword is the cross. There is to be an end. I must be removed. So I wonder, I was kind of thinking about this thing as like a receptacle, like the receptacle is in the middle. Like imagine this is the triangle, and then it's like filled. I'm looking at it top down, and it gets filled from the top, and like this, the middle is empty, and it kind of goes to a bottom. But maybe this diagram for doing geometry, I wish I could draw this, but maybe we look at this in the 2D plane. And it's saying the center cannot hold, becomes devoid of lines and points. Maybe not. Maybe my previous gift of that, but the thought I just had was, so we have the upside down triangle, right? And I'm thinking the center is maybe like the top side of the triangle. That becomes devoid of lines. So there's no lines. So now it's just a V, basically. So it looks like an ice cream cone. Like you could pour something into it. And maybe Vivek is at the bottom. So he needs to be removed. And then the liquid can spill out the bottom. This is crazy. This is a crazy theory. I wish I could have drawn that for you, but I don't know. I'll keep that one in mind. The ruling king must know this. Secret solitude of royalty. So this is the second of 3 lessons to ruling kings. And you must learn this elsewhere. So we're not going to learn that the temporal myth is man here. I think that's what that's saying. Like, that's not fully explained in this. The ruling king must know this, and I will test him. I will murder him time and time again until he knows this. Ooh, I just had a thought. I just had a crazy thought. What if Vivek here is saying that he will murder the ruling king time and time again until he knows this? So maybe, since I know that we, the player character, are going to be the Nerevar, so let's say the Nerevar is the ruling king. He is the person who will stand on the top of the horizon. And we know that the Hortator, the old Nerevar, was murdered by Vivek. Well, maybe not necessarily. Maybe he died in battle against Lorcan and Dumak. Wait, because it was... No, I'm spacing. Yeah, it was apparently the Tribunal versus the Dunmer, Lorcan incarnated, or sorry, the Dwemer, the dwarves, Lorcan incarnated and their Nordic allies, supposedly during the Battle of the Red Mountain. My thought is, okay, maybe not, but I've heard some theories. That's just one theory. So, and I've heard other theories or other like ideas of what happened say that Vivek was the one who ended up kind of betraying the Hortator and killing him. So maybe since Vivek maybe in the past killed the Nerevar, he murdered him, and he's going to murder the Nerevar again and again until he learns this, that that Vivek must be removed. So maybe that means that I, the new Nerevar, need to kill Vivek. And that would be removing Vivek and refilling the heart that lay dormant at the center that cannot hold. I'm the defender of the last and the last, yeah. I am the sword. So he's also the sword, which is the cross. So Vivek is also maybe the integration. I don't quite get that, but But I think sword is many symbols. It means many things. Aeon. So Almalexia is the star. Unfold the whole, and what you have is a star, which is not my domain. So maybe that's maybe Almalexia's domain in this sense. Aeon. Yeah. It's interesting that they're using these kind of ancient names for them, but I'm pretty sure this means Aeon and Sothasil. I would guess. Set here we go. Yeah, I'm totally right. I think I'm right with this. In my thought that Sothasil's great machine in his clockwork city, Set is the mechanism that allows the transformation of the world. Which is the same thing. The grand design takes flight. It is transformed not only into a star but a hornet. I think this is Sothasil's thing. And that also makes sense with what I read at the end of the last year of the first stage series, like 2920, because the final book ends with Sothasil's machine, his event synthesizer, as I'm going to call it for now. It undergoes an irreversible change and it transforms the world. It sends it into the second age. I mean, I don't know. I think it was not maybe. I'm not sure exactly what caused its machine to change, but if Sothasil caused the change, or if the stuff happening in the world caused the machine to change. But that's interesting, really interesting. Ours is the duty to keep the compromise from being filled with black sea. I don't know if I know what the compromise means. The Sharmat, as Dagothar sleeps at the center. He cannot bear to see it removed. The world of reference. The world of reference. My original thought was that this just meant the world of understand, like the world of what we can comprehend. Like a world without reference is one that's kind of beyond. Like if there's no reference, there's no real understanding. I don't know if that's correct, but it's kind of crazy. Like, why would Vivek even want that? Maybe it's like enlightenment. Like you're enlightened and you don't need to have, you don't need to know what things are. Doesn't need to be separation or something. But he cannot bear to see Vivek removed. Maybe? I'm not sure. The world of reference. This is the folly of the false dreamer. Yeah, because they got there as the dreamer, but Vivek's saying he's the false dreamer. The amnesia of dream. So it's when you're dreaming, they're forgetting something. They don't remember who they were, or its power, or its circumvention. So whatever this it is that this is referring to. The fact that he can't bear to see it remove this world of reference. This is his folly, so it's what he's doing wrong, but it's also what's causing him not to remember himself. And it's also what's giving us power, and it's also what can be used to stop him. This is the weaker magic, and it is Varbin Venom. This is why I say the secret to swords is the mercy seat. It is my throne. I am become the voice of Alm City. The world will know me more than my sister and brother. I am the psychopomp. He guides the dead. I am the killer of the weeds of Veloth. This part's really interesting to me. This is where I also had a crazy theory that Veloth is Dagoth Ur, since Veloth is the center that cannot hold. To refill, or no, my theory was that to remove me is to refill the heart that lay dormant at the center that it cannot hold. And this Veloth is the center that cannot hold, so is Veloth related to Lorkhan? Because I kind of think of the heart of Lorkhan being the heart. But I don't know, maybe that's just, I see the word heart and I immediately think of heart of Lorkhan. I am the killer of the weeds of Veloth. I mean, I've heard weeds referenced in that metaphor in a different book to, like, the other wrong perspectives. And he talks about killing the weeds to bring back, like, the truth, the true way. So Almalexia is the plot, so Thassil is the ending. I am the enigma that must be removed. These are why my words are armed to the teeth. The ruling king is to stand against me, and then before me. He is to learn from my punishment. I will mark him to know he is to come as male or female. I am the form he must acquire. So I have to become Vivek, because a ruling king that sees in another his equivalent rules nothing. This is what was said of the Hortator when Vivek was not whole. But this is interesting, because maybe all this is just when Vivek was not whole. Is he whole now? That's a good question. That's maybe, honestly, so far the most intriguing, or the most, like, the one that makes me think the most from these sermons. Because that kind of just explains the structure of, I mean, not the like the metaphysical geometric structure of the religion, which is kind of interesting. Oh, a new one. Here we go. Sermon 18. Let me get pictures. Quick. Write down where it's located. This sermon is forbidden. What? Okay, I'm interested. I'm very interested. A forbidden sermon. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna say sermon. In Tower of Dawn. Okay. Test me out there very quick. I think it sounds okay. Cool. So, Sermon 18. Now Vivek felt that he had taught the Hortator as much as he could before the war with the Dwemer came. The warrior poet decided he had to begin his Book of Hours. Book of Hours? That's a phenomenal video game. If you like crazy lore, like what I'm reading, Book of Hours is probably I think it's even nuttier than this, believe it or not. That game is just nuts. But honestly, that's part of why I wanted to play this game, because it's like you're an occult librarian and you read these crazy books that are all like this. They're all vague and hint at things, and so I had this huge note document where I kind of, and it references all these different gods and plots and secrets, this and that, and there's layers and layers and layers to the story. You conduct all these occult rituals. It's really cool. You kind of explore this mysterious ancient library piece by piece. It's a lot of stringing together nonsense, kind of like what I'm doing now. Great game, great game. Really unique. The sequel to Cultist Simulator, that one's more popular. But I like Book of Hours better, actually. The Cultist Simulator is also great. But sorry, I'll continue here. Okay, so he taught us all that he could before the war with the Dwemer came. The warrior poet decided he had to begin his Book of Hours at that point because the world was about to bend with its age. Vivek entered the Mournhold, and announced to Almalexia AM that he was going to fight 9 monsters that had escaped the Muatra. So this is the prequel to a lot of the following lessons, maybe, where each one is about fighting one of these monsters. And the Muatra, what is the Muatra? At first I thought it was the mortal realm, but no, it is the mortal realm. Aerbis. What is Aerbis? That was the question I had last time. I don't remember what Aerbis is, but... Or is the Muatra his, like, super spear that he created? Mundus. No, Mundus is the mortal realm. Muatra is Vivek's super spear. Like, kind of Lance of Longinus type of thing. I don't know. And then Erebus is something. I'm not sure. I will return, he said, to deal with the last blow to the grand architect of the Dwemer. Am said, out of 9 you will find only 8, though they be mighty. The last is already destroyed by your decision to create the Book of Hours. Really? Yeah, I guess there was maybe only 8 now that I think about it. So the 9th monster has already been destroyed. I don't know really what a Book of Hours entails, but maybe something to do with the end of an age? Vivek understood that I am meant himself. What? So is he the 9th monster? Why, she asked, are you in doubt? Vivek knew that his doubt made him the sword of the Triune, and so he did not feel shame or fear. What? Huh. Because wait, 1 second. Let me just go back here for a second. This is why I say the secret to swords is the mercy seat. 'Tis my throne. Um, he is the sword. Um, his doubt made him the sword of the Triune, and so he did not feel fear or shame. Interesting. Instead, he explained, and these are the words. Can a member of the Invisible Gate become so archaic that its successor is not so much an improvement of the exact model? Right? How do they become so archaic, so old that successor is not so much an improvement of the exact model, but rather a related model that is just needed more because of the currency of the world's condition? That's just saying, like, something is so old that but it still works, but it just needs a successor simply because the successor will be more with the times. It's more because of the currency of the world condition. As the mother, you do not have to worry unless things in the future are so strange that even Set Sotasil cannot understand. Neither does the executioner nor the fool, but I am neither. These ideals are not going to change in nature, even though they may change in representation. But even in the West, the Rainmaker vanishes. No one needs him anymore. The Rainmaker, what god is that? Where's my guide to the gods? I swear there's like a god named the Rainmaker. I don't know, maybe not. I feel like there is, but these ideals are not contingent in nature, even though they may change in representation. I mean, maybe what this is saying is that, I can remember the invisible way. Let's say it's a god. A god becomes so old that it sort of dies, but there's a new version, like a new god that's just better suited to the world. But it's still sort of the same. It represents the same sphere. As a mother, you don't have to worry unless things in the future are so strange. Maybe. Okay, my theory for this is that's what's happening. Yeah, so as the mother, you don't have to worry. Why would the mother? So if Almalexia is the goddess of mothers, like, people aren't gonna get tired of mothers. Like they're still gonna like worshiping the mothers feels important. That's not unless things in the future are still so strange. Like if something really strange happened and people stopped reproducing, then maybe a mother deity figure would not be cared about anymore. But for, let's say, there was a god of, I don't know, this is a dumb example, but dinosaurs. He's the god of dinosaurs. Everyone loves dinosaurs, but then the dinosaurs go extinct, years pass by, there's no more dinosaurs. Why would the god of dinosaurs get worshipped anymore? So instead, now there's a god of lizards who's different, similar, but it's more suited to the world's condition. Neither does the execution or the fool. Yeah, because people aren't going to stop killing each other and people aren't going to stop being stupid either. So those are safe. But Vivek, maybe being this weird ass god, I don't even really know what Vivek is god of. He's insane. So he's neither. Vivek knew that his doubt made him the sword of the triune. So he's playing that. So he's explaining why Vivek is in doubt. Doubt of himself, doubt of the triune. Like he's saying that I'm worried that I might not last because he is maybe not going to keep up with the times. These ideals are not going to change in nature. I think that's what it's saying. Like as a mother, executioner, or fool, those ideals are gonna continue in nature, even though they may change in representation. But even in the West, the Rainmaker vanishes. No one needs it anymore. I'd love to remember who this is. I swear I've read about him before, the Rainmaker. But I'm assuming he's a god that maybe had authority over a certain something, but then I don't know, I'm just theorizing. I don't think this is the case, but maybe like he was the god of rain, and now maybe there's wizards who can just create rain themselves. So why would they need a rain god anymore if like the people can just do it? I don't actually think they can do that, but I don't. Yeah, I don't remember who the Rainmaker is. Can one oust the model? Not because the model is set according to an ideal, but because it is tied to an ever-changing, unconscious mortal agenda. Um, can one oust the model not because the model is set according to an ideal, but because it is tied to an ever-changing, unconscious mortal agenda? I wonder if that means that Vivek's like sphere is this ever-changing mortal agenda. I mean, I think it does say that Vivek is the cross, the sword, and the magical cross is an integration of the worth of mortals at the expense of their spirits. So Vivek has to do with mortal people and the use of their afterlife, of their spirits in the afterlife, maybe. And that's a sword. Can one oust the model not because the model is set according to ideal, because it's tied to an ever-changing and conscious? Yeah, maybe. So he's tied to this mortal agenda. Now this is what was said to AM when Vivek was whole. So now Vivek is whole. When he was writing this, he was not whole. So he did become whole. It's not like he's been not whole. It's like he's still not whole. I mean, maybe he's not whole now, but he has been whole. The wise shall not mistake this. Interesting. I am Alexia said, "This is why you were born of a Nechaman's wife." They reference this all the time. I don't understand it, but this is why you were born of a Nechaman's wife and destined to merge with the simulacrum of your mother. A simulacrum is like a miniature simulation? An image or representation of something. So it's a representation. This is why you were born of a Netchman's wife and destined to merge with the representation of your mother. Gild and blend in all the arts of the star-wounded East. Under water and in fire and in metal and in ash. 6 times the wise to become the union of male and female, the magic hermaphrodite. Yeah, he's a hermaphrodite, that's so cool. The martial axiom. Like he's a martial fact. Like I think an axiom is like something that's considered like it's something that's just known to be the case. I've read this before somewhere, I don't remember where, but the sex death of language and unique in all the middle world. Vivek knew then why he would record his book of hours. The sermon is forbidden. In this world and others, 18 less 1. What? The victor is the magical disc, hurled to reach heaven by violence. This sermon is untrue. Because it's talking about his doubt, maybe? Like, it's saying it's untrue because this is Vivek doubting his potential or something? Whoa. Okay, I'm not even going to think about that last part right now. The disc and the hurling in 18. 18 minus 1 is 17. I don't know, man. Right, the scripture of the wheel. Sithisit. I also want to figure out who that is again. Who exactly Sithis is. Outside them is the Aerbus. My theory was that the Aerbus was the mortal one, which I don't think it is anymore. Maybe. And that's like the circle part of the wheel is the Aerbus, and the spokes are the Aedra. They represent the Aedra. I feel like that makes sense. The 8 components of chaos as yet solidified by the law of time. Static change. Yeah, they are the lent bones of the Aedra, the 8 gift limbs of Sithisit. Yeah, and the space between belonged to the Daedra. Daedric princes. Look at the magic side and see the towers. Second serpent was made for the okay. Heart of the second serpent holds the secret triangular gate. What is the second serpent again? It's like maybe Lorcan? I don't know. Oh god, and the Arcturian heresy. Good lord, this book is insane. So the Underking Ysmir Kingmaker. This is nuts, because this is saying that Dumak is not the Underking. My thought was that Dumak, the Lord of the Dwarves, was the Underking. Demigod was king of the dwarves, and they were making a god. But this says that with the god destroyed, I mean, I guess, but Ysmir did fight along with wait, but wasn't he resurrected? I'm just thinking about the 5 songs of Wolfhearth. And my memory is that Shor, who is Lorcan, the missing god, whose heart is in Morrowind, with the Nords, resurrected Ysmir, King Wolfhearth. So with his god, Shor, destroyed. Maybe not the Numidium. I thought this was the Numidium. Numidian or whatever, the god the dwarves are making, but I think maybe this is saying Lorcan or Shore. Wolfhearth, Ysmir, finds it hard to keep his form because he was resurrected by Shore, and now Shore's gone, and so now he's just kind of this ghostly storm, sort of, is my picture of him. He's like a cloud, kind of. I don't know, that's what I'm imagining. Probably not, but I guess he's staggering. So I don't know, maybe he's still a dude, the Underking. He staggers up at Red Mountain, the battlefield beyond. The world is shaken, and all of Morrowind is made of fire. Yeah, this is after the Battle of Red Mountain. And blows his ashes, yeah, because he's dead. He's been revived. So he falls apart, but his ashes get blown back to Skyrim. So Wolfhearth is adopted by the Nords then. Wasn't he already with the Nords, though? Ysmir the Grey Wind, the Storm of Kine. But through Lorcan, he lost his national identity. Why? That I don't get. All he wants the Nords for is to kill the Tribunal. He raises a storm, sends in his people, and is driven back by Tribunal forces. The Dunmer are too strong now. Wolfhearth goes underground to wait and strengthen, reform his body anew. So he's getting his body back. Oddly enough, it's Almalexia who disturbs his rest, summoning the Underking to fight alongside the Tribunal. I kind of remember hearing about this because the Akaviri were coming. Adasum Durkamal. Dude, I'd love to see that. That'd be so badass. I want to encounter the Akaviri. That'd be awesome. Wolfhearth disappears after Eltsum was defeated and does not return for 300 years, long time. Roman of the Greybeards awaken. Though the Empire has crumbled, there are rumors that a chosen one will come to restore it. Tiber Septim. They'll defeat the elves, yep. So, yeah, and Ysmir thinks he's the figure, but he's not. He's blasted to ash again. He's dead. He's been dead this whole book. Dead a long time. It's a warrior youth from High Rock, yeah. Here's Gerbert's warning. Remember the color of betrayal. Right. Leading his forces, yeah, Hjalti Earlybeard, who is Tiber Septim. Yeah, the storm came, which is Ysmir. Down Hjalti went up to the gates and storm followed. And using this storm, Tiber Septim conquers everything. Um, Zern-Arctus, the Grand Battle Mage, not the Underking. But I've heard Zern-Arctus before referenced as the Underking, which is confusing to me. I still wish I knew exactly what the Underking is meaning. Yeah, so Tiber Septim becomes the Emperor. Right, Talos is then later worshipped by the Talos cult as a god. Even kings were conquered even here. Yeah, okay. And the king. So apparently Hammerfell has foreign wind spirits. That's interesting. But he's very willing to battle. At this point, it seems like he's almost a wind spirit. He's a storm that gets blown around, a storm of ashes, of ancient, powerful ashes, revived by a mostly dead god, Lorcan, Shore. The Underking tells them that with the tribunal dead, Septim may steal the tribunal's power and use against the High Elves. Yeah. Yeah. What's up in certain cases? Yeah, so Eastman is mad because they kind of have a chill treaty with or Tiber Septim has a chill treaty with the tribunal. Bans the Empire completely. And now Septim's just a dude again because he doesn't have the giant storm on his side. This is, I think, why it's a heresy, because it totally goes against the Talos cult that Tiber Septim is the god. It's saying that all of Tiber Septim's power is simply just from the Underking Ysmir, or King Wolfarth. Pieces of Numidian trickle in, though. Yeah, Numidium, which is parts of the god of the dwarves. The reason Numidium is made in some of its potential, most importantly, learns the Underking's place in the war, which I'm still a little confused about. He thinks it is the heart of Lorcan's body that is needed to power the Numidium, which is incorrect? Because I think at the end he finds out that the Underking can power the Numidium. This Numidium was needed to conquer the world. It is destined to have it. Yeah. While the Underking was away, he realized the true danger of Dagoth-Ur. Sharmant, something must be done. He needs an army and his old one is available again. The trap is set. So to take the soul gem. When the other council arrives, he tells them about the second attempt of his life. Yes, the dead guards celebrate as heroes, even though one is blasted Ash, who is actually Underking. The Mantella. Is Tiber Septim's solution. The Numidium, while not the god Tiber Septim and the Dwemer hoped for, the Underking was not exactly Lorcan after all. Like, I think Lorcan would have been better if it was the heart of Lorcan, but instead he used the soul gem of the Underking of Eastman. If it's work on Somerset Isle. So he just conquers Somerset Isle with the Numidium, maybe. Riding under visibly controls the skies, he blows the Numidium apart. The Mantella, that'd be cool to find. Tiber Septim's clockwork god, I'm just going to call it. Alcor, I'm not sure where Alcor is. Admora is the continent where the humans came from. Is Mantella the heart of the battle mage, or is it the heart of Tiber? I think it's the heart of the Underking. Maybe. If you learn daring, follow St. Val the Pilgrim. Prophet and Mystic led the Dunmer out of the decadent home country of some of the Isles and promised them a Martin. So Val won the aid of the good data for his people, so he really began it all. House of Troubles. Yeah. Weak, vengeful god, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Whoa, that was a
Is
lot
there
of
something I can do for you?
lore revelation. That's so cool. Freaking, I love the lore in this game. It's so interesting. And what's this again? Oh yeah, that's just the little phrases, moral teachings and such.
Is there something you need?
Hello, Sermon Rillis. Yeah. Rilla no throttle.
Yes, Outlander.
Good day.
What do you want?
Enduril shield. Guess that's maybe their symbol.
Is there something?
Yeah, not much going on up here.
Ghost Gate is not for the weak.
Okay, well, I guess it's time to go through Ghost Gate. I feel like I've... Yeah, this is the temple. I've been here.
Is there something I can do for you?
I think this is, yeah, right. Okay. And then the way out is just the door on the side over here, wherever it is. Not down there. It's down. That was really successful. Bunch of sick lore and some ebony armor. I'll take it. What? They have a rat with a backpack? What? Hey, pack rat. Oh, he's cute. What in the world? I thought I was like totally dreaming. I was like, is that a rat in a backpack? No, my eyes are tricking me. Nope, that is literally a rat in a backpack. A pack rat. I love it. That's innovation right there. Hey, rats are not evil. Not inherently evil. Justice for the rats. Oh god. Yo, I've been told this was safe. Oh. Oh shit. I just don't want to get a corpus disease. Where is this place? Just northeast of the Ghost Gate itself. I don't know, man. This shit's already seems a little dicey, but I'm a bold pilgrim. Northeast, eh? Get out of here. These are just normal cliff racers. I can handle them. I'm beefy now, dude. I got all that armor from Ebony. Yeah, there it is. Northeast. Come on. Yes. There's that Vivek. So many hands. Thank you for your pride, Lord Vivek. I shall not doubt myself or my people or my gods, and shall insist upon them and my ancient rights. Yes. Good, Vivek. I honor thee. Actually, I think it's an upside down triangle. The cross in the middle, the corners. CV, CV. Damn. It is a red mountain. It's very red. That's cool. I'll be back for you. One day I will conquer the Great Red Mountain. That day is not today, though. Dipping. Dipping. Dude, I feel like I did some awesome lore theorizing. I don't even know if any of it's right. I don't even care. That just felt fun. And I feel like there's connections. Like, it's not total nonsense. There is links in the chains of words, you know. I would say so, at least. I'm sort of curious to stop at Caldera briefly. I could try killing that, because I think apparently there were Telvanni agitators or something in that mine. And I remember I accidentally killed one, because I killed someone and it said my journal had updated, but I had no idea who it was I was killing. Right. Okay, I'm just gonna fire blast you, because I feel like... What the hell? There we go. My axe doesn't love to connect with these flying cliff racers, for whatever reason. I've contracted ash chancre. Oh god. Is that an ash disease? I don't think this is gonna work. Ash chancre. Wait, how do you... that's not good. I know to make a cure blight disease potion, but cure ash disease, I've heard you can't cure them. That's not good, if that's the case. I did see a bunch of potion sellers in here, so while I'm in the area, I'm just gonna... I don't know, see if anyone here can help me.
We'll have no trouble here.
Cure... no, I need ash disease.
My time is precious, so make it
I mean, if
quick.
you have restore personality too... You're a saint expert. Restore personality. Yeah, I guess my bartering skills are probably worse than usual. So I'm wondering if this... Hey, there we go. I guess I still have the disease, but... Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. Will it fade when the potion wears off? Guess we'll see about that. Oh god, there's more. Stay away. I don't want to get... Do these guys just respawn instantly? Kind of feels like it. Something I sort of wish the enemies stayed dead a little longer. It's kind of nice to kill stuff and it stays dead, but it's okay. Not a big deal. It's a neat little stony path. Kaguti. Come on. Oh shit, I'm super hot. Oh god, it's these guys. Die. There we go. Lovely. I'm gonna take a little nap here. If I can. No. I cannot. No nap allowed. This path to the ghost gate is kinda cooked. Oh my god, literally. Holy shit, so many enemies. Yeah, armor. Whoa. You're a Gar, aren't you chill? You're supposed to be chill. I thought. Who wants it? Oh my god. Everybody does. Yeah? Yeah? You want it? See all that? That's how I do it, man. God damn. Wake of destruction here. Now I think I can rest. No, still enemies. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut. No. Whoa. Where'd you come from? Hello. Goodbye. So there's some Daedric ruins over there. Neato. I need some gloves, man. My right hand is something down there. For sure. Honestly, I kind of did remember there being even a quest about some bandits in here. Whoa. And my tributes are fucked up. Flu. Might cure disease. Maybe if I wear this, I'll be warm. Nice, I don't have the flu anymore. I guess that's because I went to bed cold. I mean, that makes sense. My personality is fine. I still technically have the disease, it seems like. There we go. I know, Scrib. Actually, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, he's diseased. Get out of here. I want Scrib Jelly for, the sake of, oh god. Oh god, okay. Making blight disease potions. Shushishi. Oh god. They just like to come right at you. It's really funny. Get out of here. Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, man. Get out of here. So were they talking about like a bandit hideout in this direction? This feels like that could be. This could be bandit hideout, you know? It's giving bandit hideout. Serving. Oh, item does not have enough charge. No. Damn, this guy's got armor. Just chopping, bro. Okay. Clearly. Hayloft. Damn, he seemed like he might have been the boss. Yeah, he was tough. Sure, I'm just gonna chug it, why not? You fuck off. Make the kitty burn. Silver dagger. Oh, I want a silver longsword. For an offering. Sure. Drink. Dwinky dwink. Hey, would you speak it? I want a silver longsword. Opens the chest. Silver gets a silver longsword. It's perfect. Gem feeder. Yeah, I'll take those. Quality restore speed. Uno gold. Chest. Simple lock. Test my lock picking skills. Yeah. Not much going on there. It's okay. Whoops. Oh, silver longsword. I just want to check it out. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. How's it look when I put it away? Nice. Keep the axe up.
You are beaten.
He wasn't immediately attacking me, so honestly, I wasn't sure what's going on there. You seem tough too. Well, not that tough. Yeah, still burn. Yo, go free. Yeah, I mean these dungeons seem pretty not that interesting. Like this is the same dungeon that was near Seydanine. You're not exactly the same, but well, okay, so far this actually looks a little more interesting. What's going on here? To be honest, Hearth Bell store. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I already have that. Well, yeah. Damn, he got fucked up. The Demon Tonto. Some nice rings and amulets. Take them. Happily take them. You guys need freeing? Free. Go free. I don't know if these were the bandits that the townsfolk in Caldera were talking about, but I mean, these do seem like bandits and they're close by, so. I'm intrigued, but I don't want to fall, so. Cast some strong levitate. Heck yeah. I believe I can fly, so I will. This is kind of interesting. See, this is a little off the beaten path here. Whoa. Yeah, these guys, they make you hot. I don't know. They're scary, kind of, honestly. Oh, it's dead. Shock resin, sure. Fortify health. I'll take it. Whoa. All this. So I can go that way, or I can go down. So I mentioned, I have levitation, so why not just check it out? Doesn't really look like. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Imperial Newt Scale Curious. That's cool. The Stormhelm. Key. I feel like I have that already. Huh. Has to use Lightning Shield. It's $200. I'll take it, I suppose. Only 4 pounds. Just gonna cast Levitate again. Whee. I can fly. It's pretty fun. Just getting flying. Nice belly leads back to start. Hey, shortcut. That's technically, I mean, yeah, you could just fly up there. If you were so. Yo, what the hell? Where'd you come from? It'll be. What on? Well, you get to die. That was a dungeon. It existed. It wasn't exactly the same as the starting dungeon. I take it back, but it was similar. Pretty similar. It's okay. It was from 2003. Oh my god. Out of the frying pan of the fire here, man. Whoa. Dude. Chillax. Drop. Drop. Pretty strong though. Not a lot that can really seem to stop me. That's awesome. What's this now? Maybe this was what I was looking for. A Balin mine. I'll check it out too. Why not? Hello. Goes, I'm gonna catch what you've got. You've got a blight disease. Imperial cult temple or temple shrine. Oh shit. That's the case? Oh shit. Yeah, nobody wants to talk to me. Damn, look at all these diamonds. Diamond mine. Well, at least you told me how to cure it. I guess restoring your... it was funny, I was literally at a temple, I think. Well, I'm not sure if the ghost... No, I think the ghost fence was a temple. This caldera had one. I mean, I could just go back to Aldrin in all honesty. Not that far. It's literally right here. Dude, fuck all these guys. Oh my god. Get out of the sky. Who's next? Screw you. Oh my god. Oh. Ah. Stay away. So terrified. Nope. Maybe I could probably even kill him, but I'm waiting for a quest to take me. I feel like it'd be more climactic. I'm totally not afraid. I'm waiting for a climactic moment to do a Daedric ruin. Get out of here. I wonder if I should level up when I finish Axe. I think I'm probably, when I max the skill, I'm going to try to level up to have a different skill. So I could try doing like archery. I want to become a multifaceted warrior. A knower of all things. Wow, back at Aldrin. Look at that. Totally meant to be here. I get cured at this temple. Okay, Imperial Broadsword, don't have a panic attack. It's okay. Oh, for a moment I feel like I mixed up this place with Molag. No, Ma'argan. Ma'argan's the place with the rock, but this works too. There's a temple here. Damn, it's like a sandstorm in the Red Mountain. Yo, can you cure me? How do I get cured? Cure. Disease. Do I have to go to the top or something? I have to talk to someone? Cure blight. Was it blight disease? I thought that was an ash disease. I don't know. Maybe that was the blight disease. In which case, I probably could have just used a potion, but that's okay. I did not know. Maybe it did say ash chancre, so you'd think it would be an ash disease. The Poison Song 4? Have I read this one? Yeah, definitely. Have it back. Okay, look how expensive this shit is. Like, I'm not breaking the economy with that. I'm sorry. Dagoth Dagger. Oh, I like that. I want Absorb Fatigue. Sixth House Lantern. I think I've read this one too. Yeah, that's where he starts the fire in the city. Human Eye Starfires. Okay. Cool Caldera. See if I can fill out these little bits of the map too. That's the person? Yeah. Sup. Viatrix Petlia. I don't have time. I'm sorry. I just went there. I don't want to go there again. I hate to say it. I've got places to be, and the Ghost Gate, I was just there. It's a matter of circumstance. It's nothing against you. Yeah, I guess this is what you get for going cross country. You get all the monsters. I guess one nice thing would have my axe go up high is it'll just hit every shot. Presumably, instead of missing half of them. Out of town. Biatch. The West Gash. Huh. Damn. I just keeled over. Have to do a whole lot there. This is a nice piece of music. It's kind of sad. In a nice way. Well, there's that great, crazy spirit that was after me. Scary. Caldera! Yay. I made it back. Yeah, fuck off. No, fuck off. Who's this? Ancestral Tomb. Burn, baby, burn. What did you want? I thought you were the one who were telling me I should go kill those bandits. Where did they come from? They're always on my tail, these cliff racers. I need like an anti-cliff racer drone that just kills all of them for me. So some auto spells, some Noida Wisps. Oh shit. I found him. It was those expensive things I was just gonna steal. Fuck yeah. Okay.
I can't help you. Get healed elsewhere.
So I did do it. Nice. That's really funny. That was entirely on accident. Oh, it's broken. Shoot. Duke's Guard, Silver Curious. Wow. Yeah, I've already been to this city. This is where Creeper was. Creeper was. That was a strange moment in this playthrough. What the hell? I just want to go back to those mines. Where were the mines? They aren't on my map, but if I recall, they were this way. Yeah. Here we go. I might have done this already, but I remember my journal updating from killing some Telvanni agents. This is a quest I apparently gained like way back. So did I clear this dungeon? I guess maybe I did. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I trust myself. Whatever. And if I didn't, oh well. It's okay. So I think that was where they were hanging. I remember one of them was right here and they ambushed me. If I could even... It's a big wall, but I do have levitate. Enemies nearby, of course. Get out of here. Let's see if I can climb up this caldera. Yeah, I can. Cool. I think, yeah, I'll go back to Balmora, I suppose. So there was a couple things there. Well, I think I can turn in some quests for sure. There was also something I could do there, if I remember. Oh god, that was scary. And then it's off to Vivek. I'm gonna do the main quest, I think. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm almost done leveling here. I think that's because I've been using a lot of my major and minor skills. I haven't been leveling the skills I don't train. So that's such a bizarre system, but it works, I guess. Kind of crazy, but I kind of like idiosyncratic systems for some reason. They have their charm. Whoa. I thought you were. I thought you were chill. I don't know why. We're not chill.
Run while you can. It's about time I had some fun.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Okay. How are we don't do that? Damn. Well, 4 minutes ago. That's okay. I got bodied. He was strong. Well, mostly because I didn't have any mana or anything. I wasn't ready. It seems like for a lot of the more dangerous encounters, you kind of want to be ready for combat. That's why it would be nice to have like a restore. I don't know, some sort of way I could easily and consistently get my stamina back. There we go. I'm probably gonna get to Balmora and go to bed. Kind of sleepy. I would play longer. I started late, so I kind of knew I was gonna do a shorter session today. Wait, wrong way. Where am I going? I'm going this way. Well, I guess this is how you go that way. You kind of gotta go around. My goal originally was to climb the caldera, but I don't know, that feels a little nuts. Like these little thatch roofs. Nice. Multi-leveled. Come on. Get out of here. Rematch with this bastard on the road. Suppose I should do my stamina regen. It's too slow. Actually, what I should do really is use my boots of super speed. Whatever. I'm not in a rush. It's okay. What? Oh, he's not here. Huh. Oh, he's a random spawn. Interesting. A rat instead. I feel like the speed does make a big difference. Like, I feel like when I was going here, it took me a long time to get from Caldera to Balmora. But now that was like 2 minutes. So leveling your speed really makes a difference. And my speed's only at 56 anyways. Yay. He made it. Made it back. Wow. Back in my hometown. I don't know. I feel like this is my hometown, kind of. Balmora, where I started my adventure.
So much to remember.
You two look like you're an adventuring team. So decked out. Those random NPCs are. That's from a mod I installed. I don't totally love that mod. Whatever, it's fine. But if there's one mod I could honestly just disable it, but it adds a lot of random dudes. But I guess it does make the world feel alive. Sure. It's kind of nice, so this just refreshes. Like, that is kind of hype, honestly. So I could train medium armor, which is endurance, which is not something it seems like I'm training this level.
Time
tidings and good wishes to you, friend.
Yo, what's up, Wayne? My guy. Armorer. Now that could be worth training. Does that level up strength?
What makes this smell?
Caldera Ebony Mines. Oh, I think I did it. Yeah, the Telvanni agents. This is the quest I did on accident, so I must have done it earlier. That'll make some people at the Caldera Mine can be very happy. Here's 400 septims. Nice. Since I took care of that, orders. So I'm going to return a code book that belongs to our client. The code book our client wants is in the hands of Sawtild at the South Wall in Balmora. Find that code book and bring it back to me. Oh, I can totally do it. Happy to. Interesting. I feel like I'll be going against the Thieves Guild here, though, no? Which is okay, I guess. If it's anything like the Mages Guild quest line, they'll be chill about it. I'm pretty sure... I don't remember that it's called the South Wall, but I think the Thieves Guild is over here. Yeah. The Corner Club. In the club.
Quickly, over here! A thief!
What? Oh. I was crouching. I was like, why am I looking at her inventory? Yeah, but we don't. I mean, if I steal, I could steal quietly. That'd be cool. I do want to get better at thievery. I feel like it'd be fun to sneak around and steal shit. But be more effective at doing that.
Aren't you a sight? What can I do for you?
Code book. Look, Blackcap. I'll tell you what's going on. This code book has dirt on the Kimona Tong and the Skooma trade. As soon as we get it figured out, we'll take it to the authorities and take up the trade ourselves. The Fighters Guild works for the Kimona Tong. Since Joring Hardheart took over, you have to decide where your loyalties are, Blackcap. Damn. Interesting. Well, shit. So, is that making me go against the Thieves Guild then? Huh. Intriguing. Sneak is agility, which I've probably hardly touched this level. Yeah. I don't know if that's worth it.
Yes, stranger?
I did a bunch of stuff for him already.
Greetings.
I could level up my person speechcraft, I suppose.
Ah, friend, how does the day greet you?
Speak freely.
Yes, Breton?
Interesting.
Friend.
I'm not sure. I feel like I'm not ready to betray the Thieves Guild yet. Wonder if...
Yes?
honestly, I don't really like the leadership
I'm ready for
of the
anything.
Fighters Guild. They do seem very corrupt.
Please, by all means. I'm listening.
Like, seems super corrupt. They're having me kill people I shouldn't kill. It's this new leader. Kind of want to get rid of him. I feel like there's other stuff I was supposed to do in Balmora. Yeah. Sleeper, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna check on the Mages Guild. Yo, what's up? Advancement. The Evoker. Cool. I don't think so. I think my next thing with this was... Oh wait, tax record. This is for Svedanin. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Now I can do that quest in Svedanin, I think. About the dead guy.
Well met. Greetings.
Well met. Yes.
Dirt, 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 dirt,
You're training. Mysticism. My mysticism kind of sucks. My restoration sucks. A lot.
Well, what have we here? Interesting.
May you find all that you seek, traveler.
Yo, what's going on, Sugar Lips? I know, you're not Sugar Lips. Okay, I'm just gonna look at my quests and then I'm probably gonna stop. I'm gonna see if I can remember what to do next time. I mean, besides go to Vivek, I feel like there's maybe more I should have done here, though. Right, so my next thing for the Thieves Guild, 4 pieces of scrap metal. That seems easy. Okay, I should take this, yeah, to the rare books, right? I'm really interested in that, actually. This lamp for the locked box. It's maybe a magic lamp with unusual Daedric script, right? Oh, I think I forgot to talk to that guy who was owed everyone money. That's okay, I'll do that some other time. Right, there's a shrine near that little town of Aldvalothi. Or Kuhn, the town nearby it. This person is a evil cult doing worship, or worshipping something. Right, Ordinators also have a strange creature near Aldvalothi. It's interesting. I gave that guy his pants. Perfect. Got the jeweler. Yeah, the guy who was around money. Giannis Sarandas. Recommends I see Wayne at the Balmora Guild of Fighters. I'll talk to him, but I think that's just advice, general advice for buying poisonous weapons, not like a quest. Stuff on the mainland. Gotta get this book, which I've found it before. I just don't remember where it is. And that's the Mages Guild in Aldrune, I think. Oops. Right, I can go to the whenever I go to the mainland, I want to go with this sheet. That could be fun. Yeah, and this is my task. Sheet, these go to Operative in St. Alms, Julia, and are going in the Foreign Quarter. Temple Priest, Hall of Wisdom. Cool. Yeah, okay. I think I'm pretty good. I've done most of the rest of this. Cool. I mean, there's obviously the corrupt Moratong that I can kill in this town, or that Imperial, but I might not do that right now. I'm tired, but tomorrow it's time for... I might briefly stop in Satanin just to do that little quest with the mystery of the dead tax collector, and then I'll go to Vivek. Yes, Vivek. Maybe I'll meet Vivek. I think he's there in the temple. It'd be pretty wild. He has a lot of, I wonder what's in this. There's so much of the map that's kind of just no major settlements. Wonder what's going on in there. Anything really cool? Sadrith Mora, Teleruin. I think that's a Telvanni place. Yeah, wow, there's a lot of places to go. Me. Why don't I just...
Why walk when you can ride?
So true. Actually, I'm gonna mark. There we go. Marked it down. Let's go to Satanin.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
Just curious, now that I found that little tax book, can I go back and talk to this guy? The guy at the very beginning of the game? Yo. Got the tax collector document. Murdered? What a waste. Processus. Yeah, Processus. Vital Processes. That was his name, right? Processus was a good man. I'd been wondering where I hadn't heard from a few days. Still, these are dangerous times we live in, and these sorts of things will happen. Did you happen to find the tax money he collected? I hate to be so callous, but I do have a job to do. He didn't have shit on him. Totally not. I totally didn't take it all. Okay. Cool. Epic quest. Well, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. It's kind of a shorter one. Well, not that short. 2 hours. Yeah, but it was fun. I really enjoyed the lore speculation at the beginning, reading those books. Yeah, I'm excited to continue the main quest next time. See where that takes the story. Yeah, I hope everyone has a great night. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Adieu.